What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is your fabulous host, Mutsuke, and this is Mutsuke TV. If you're new to this channel, I'm going to need you to do me a little favor. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a thing. And if you're a returning subscriber, I see you. I feel you. Thank you. I'm going to need you to do me another favor and also follow me on my social media platforms so you always know what's up. I am Mutsuke_ on Instagram and Mutsudene on Snapchat. As you can see from the title of the video, today I'm going to be reacting to moving back to Zimbabwe. It's been officially 1 month since I came back home and it's been wonderful, but I've also had moments where I was feeling some type of way and I was like, why did I come back? But it is what it is when it does what it does. So, you know, that does not make sense, but it's cool. Anywho, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before we talk about today's video, I am actually so sad. I wish you guys could have seen how my hair was. So I did a really nice twist out. It was looking hella pretty. Unfortunately, yesterday it rained out of the blue and I just didn't have the energy to start that over, because when I do my hair, I go through like a 8-step hairdo process, and it takes a couple of hours. So we're gonna have to, work with this. But yes, so since I came back home, what I've loved about being home is just seeing the normal faces from before, or like stores I grew up around, like well, there's no TM anymore. There's Pick and Pay, but I still love that. I enjoyed shopping around there because I'm familiar with how things are, situated within the store. And, I just thought it would be dope. I had pies. Love pies. Oh my god. Pies have just been the shit for me, okay? I've been loving pies. The pepper steak pies at Pick and Pay just hit the spot for me every single time. I find it very difficult for me to pick any other flavor. But yeah, that's been dope. I've been enjoying seeing my parents almost every day. Well, it's been every day, really. It's also a bit much. I think it's something to adjust to when you're used to living, by yourself or doing your own thing abroad. And then coming back home to, rules and regulations. It's not so hectic, but it's still kind of like, uncomfortable. But it's okay. I've been enjoying, just having little conversations with my mom. I think my mom is definitely the person I always miss the most every time I leave, but she is also the one who irritates me the most when I get home. She's always harassing me, clean this, clean that. I'm not dirty, but it's just a lot. When it's a mom, it's just a lot, but it's all love. So that's been great. What else have I loved since I came home? Oh, okay, so my best friend Chengeto, after I finished isolation, she took me to Jam Tree. That was lovely. I love the energy there. Very different. I've been there before. I think the last time I was home, so that was in 2018. I went there with my cousin. And I just love the beautiful energies that pop out of there. Everybody's just there to have a good time, spread positivity. Dope stuff. Absolutely love it. It's actually become one of my favorite places to be at. What else? The alcohol. Oh, guys, I love the options of like ciders. I don't do beer. It's not my thing. So if I'm not drinking gin, which became a thing in Cyprus, with, the Amacon crew. If y'all are watching this, shout out. Gin became a thing for me in Cyprus. Pink gin, to be specific. Because I do like my colors. Pink gin became a thing for me in Cyprus, and it's also a thing here, so I'm loving that. I love that I can still, indulge in the same thing with my friends here. There are some things that I did feel some type of way about. We're gonna start with the nuts thing. So, I'm a baker. I'm a cook as well. I know my family was excited, when I came back home, because they knew they were going to live the good life. They had somebody who was just going to be doing this kind of stuff. Yes, boo, I cook like that, okay? Don't play with me. Don't play with me in the kitchen.
Okay, my apologies, Miss Girl.
Anywho, I couldn't touch a lot of things in the house during my first 14 days at home. And then by the time that I could, I wanted to make my family a carrot cake, because it's become one of my favorites to do. And I think I do a very lovely one as well. I was just missing two ingredients, those being cream cheese and pecan nuts. I did manage to find a substitute to cream cheese. Absolutely astonishing. If you actually, for those who know lacto, I don't know if there's a different name for it. If you pour it into a towel and you tie it on the top wire in an oven, let it drain out all the water, it turns into cream cheese. Who would have known? Certainly not me. I only found out through my aunt that you can do that. Anywho, I went to the store looking for pecan nuts, and I think I went through about 5 to 6 different stores and I could not find them. And what irritated me the most wasn't the fact that I couldn't find them, but the responses I got from the people who were attending to me in the store. I remember asking this man, I was like, I'm looking for nuts. Where is your nuts section? And then he was like, there. With that attitude. And I remember just looking at him like, okay. I kept my cool, I didn't say nothing. And then I was like, do you guys not have any other nuts anywhere else? Because they only had peanuts, which I think is embarrassing for such a big store to only have one type of nut. And he was like, nah. And then I was like, okay. So I walked around, and then I asked this other guy, and I was like, would you know if you guys have pecan nuts? Bro, the way this man looked at me, he was just like, pecan nuts. What is pecan nuts? I cannot explain the disappointment I felt in that moment, because I was now feeling like these guys might actually have them, but they don't even know what that is. Which is, I'm not gonna lie and say that's okay. I think it's not okay if you're working there. Know what you're selling. That's just how I feel about it. Let me know how you feel, but I just felt some type of way about that. And then I ended up in this other aisle. I was looking for cereal and biscuits. And then I passed this stationery section, I think it was. And then you won't believe what I found hanging in that same aisle. Pecan nuts. Man, I didn't even know what to say. I mean, in that moment, I was excited I found them. I could finally do the carrot cake. I did. It was fabulous. My family ate it all within about 2-3 days. So I'm actually supposed to make another one for them today if I have the energy. Today, it's all about you guys because, I love you guys. But yeah, that's something I didn't like. The way some of the store attendees kind of respond is very rude. Can't deal with that. I really don't like it because I'm also polite in how I engage them. So I would at least appreciate, to have the same energy returned. But, you can't control people. What else don't I like? So this is not necessarily about the country, but I've had, I don't know how many car breakdowns since I came. Some of them are due to the potholes, so some of them tore up the tires. I guess they are kind of worn out, but bruh, I don't like being in certain areas because I just don't feel comfortable. I've been robbed before or mugged. So in certain areas, I don't like people just talking to me or people who just looking at me. It just makes me feel like something shady is about to happen. Speaking of which, something else happened last night. That was funny. Scary, but funny. But yeah, I've had a couple of breakdowns here. So to the point that I kind of feel like if it's not really within my home area, I'm not driving there. I'd rather take a cab because it's a lot of work for me to be trying to change a tire and stuff like that. I'm not really those people. My little brother usually does that kind of thing. I'm more of the, would you like something to eat? Let me make you something, I know, but it is what it is. What else have I been adjusting to? Electricity has been pretty good since I came home. I think there's been only about 3 or 2 power cuts since I came back, my bad. And they're not really long periods of time. The only one that was a couple of hours was very late at night. I did not even notice it. I only realized when I woke up in the middle of the night that my phone was not charging. But by the time I woke up again, later in that morning, the power is back. So electricity has been fine. The only issue is that the tariffs have gone up. So it's a little bit more than, well, you have to pay more to still, go through the same month or whatever. I don't know what the rates are, but I do know that the tariffs went up by at least 50%. Water. Water. I think I can adjust to the water cutting. It's not too bad. Before I came home, apparently there was no water for about 6 months. It's like God knew I was coming and I would not be able to deal, because from the moment I landed, there was water for about a full-on 2 weeks. No issues, no nothing. And then it did start going around my 3rd week at home. It went over the weekend, so it seems to go either on Thursday or Friday, and it returns on my mom says Tuesday evening, so we'll see if it comes back today. I'm still getting into the vibe, but it's been great, fabulous. All the people that I've met, and okay, maybe not all, but I can say the masses have just been absolutely amazing towards me. I haven't really... Oh, wait, I've dealt with some people who had issues with my piercings. The first guy, he approached me and he spoke to me nicely, which is fine. I'm okay with questions as long as you approach them, the right way. And he was just like, why do you have so many piercings? And for me, well, one, it's because I like them. Two, it's also because I feel some type of way about tattoos, in the sense that, I feel like it's something permanent and I may not feel like I want it in a couple of years from now. Whereas piercings are something that I can actually take out when I feel like I don't want to do it anymore. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've really felt any... wait a minute. Yeah, I keep forgetting things. The other issue that I've been facing is the money exchange. I think this is the biggest issue. So in Zimbabwe, it is now legal for us to use American dollars. The only issue that we're facing right now is that most people do not have change. So for us to deal with stuff like that, we're having to... the only issues that we've been facing is that of gathering change. So there's what we use mainly in Zimbabwe is EcoCash, which is something like Venmo or what's the other one? PayPal. So it's like paying through your phone and stuff like that. And you find that people have different rates. The government has its own rates. There's people outside with their own rates. If you have USD, I suggest you don't use it in the store. I learned my lesson because they conned me when I was trying to get some cigarettes the other day, and I just had issues with that. But it's whatevs. There's no change. Most people, the smallest note you find them with is a $10 note. And for you to get something is very difficult sometimes, because they may not... Let's say it costs $2. If they don't have the $8, you're going to walk out with nothing. Unless you really trust the people that you can pick up your change later. But it's that kind of system. I think that for me is the biggest issue. I remember when I went out to Jamtree, I just wanted a cider and I couldn't get it because there was no change at the place. And they were not accepting EcoCash at that place. So I guess that's the other issue, is that not everybody's willing to take EcoCash, and then some want USD, but they won't even have the change for the USD. So it's kind of... Man, I don't know how to balance that, but it is what it is when it does what it did. But yeah, other than that, absolutely loving Zimbabwe. I think there's a lot more to show, or a lot more to enjoy, really. A lot of things have opened up this October, so hopefully we will see functions like Unplugged, the Cookout. God, I'm looking forward to stuff like that. Live shows. I'm going to be attending some of my best friends' shows. I have a lot of my friends here are artists. Some are poets and stuff like that. So I'm excited to engage in those kind of events. In fact, y'all may see some celebrities on this channel on the next video, possibly. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to experience all that kind of stuff. But that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao.